Thursday, April 24, 2014. This is Mercedes Diesel Guy, and this is my 1983 Mercedes 240 Diesel. Just to recap, last time I was out here, I actually had painted the door jambs. And actually it may not have been the very last time I was out here, but this is what I did on Saturday. And I came out here again on Monday and noticed I had a few thin spots in the paint. So, given that the paint I'm using actually specifies, recoating, I think, within 2 hours or after 48 hours. The after 48 hours is the part I'm sure about. I figured that since I had put down the initial coat of paint around noon on Saturday, that 7 p.m. Monday, it would be just fine. Well, I put down some extra paint on the thin spots, and let's see if I can show you this here. Not sure how much is going to show up on video, but you can actually see some of that. Actually, the paint started crazing, and this happened in the few spots I tried to touch up. Thankfully, I didn't try to recoat the whole thing. So, one of the things I'm going to do this evening, because now it's been 3 days since I put the second coat on, is I'm actually going to get some sandpaper and try to smooth that out a bit. I'm not going to try to put any more paint on this tonight. I'm going to give it another day or two before I try that. But I'm going to try to smooth this back a bit, because there's a few spots. There's some here in the door jamb, some on both the door frames, and hopefully I can smooth that out and get some more paint on it in a couple of days. But overall, I'm actually very happy with this. I mean, it's really hard to see here, but it actually came out really smooth, really glossy. And this is a thick coat I put on here, so I'm very happy with the way this looks. And honestly, if the rest of the body panels go this nicely, I shouldn't have too much difficulty putting a nice paint job on this car. Eventually. Once again, not expecting factory perfect. So that's one of the things I'm doing this evening. I'm actually also going to be working on these spots here on the rear wheel well. Remember a few weeks back I welded in this patch here, and I seam sealed it, so it's not perfectly even. What I'm going to do is apply a little bit of filler and start smoothing that out. One other thing I'm going to do is work on this spot right here. Now, this is a ding, a pretty big ding here in the metal. Bought the car like this, don't know how many years it's been like this, but what I'm going to do is actually grind the paint off here and get out here with my stud welder dent puller and pop that out as best I can and then put some filler on it. So I am going to get to work now, and when I get to a stopping point for the evening, I'll show you what I've gotten done. I'm at my stopping point for the night, and it actually got a lot later than I had originally planned on, but I did get some stuff done here. Not as much as I would have liked, but not displeased. I got the fuel filler door here remounted, which took a lot longer than I thought it would. There's basically quite a bit of adjustment between this latch and the body, so did my best to get the panel gaps back roughly where they should be, which was actually a big reason I didn't take off the doors for painting the jambs. Realigning everything certainly wouldn't be easy on my own, especially seeing how much trouble I just had with the with a really small panel like that. What else? I applied filler on both sides of the wheel well and in a couple of other little spots. It's not nearly as smooth as it could be. I haven't used any kind of filler in a long time, mostly because I haven't done bodywork this severe in a long time. But I've got plenty on there now, so I'll get out here probably tomorrow with my power sander and bust those down flat and smooth. Then I'll prime them. Right here on the quarter panel, there was a spot of mismatched paint. It's been there since I bought the car. So I decided to sand through that, and I found what I had suspected. The previous owner had treated a rust spot here and applied some brown primer and painted. So I ground that down, made sure I got through any remaining rust, and before I leave the garage tonight, I'm just going to spray that little spot with a bit of rust encapsulator. Over here I had the dimple in the rear of the quarter panel where it meets the trunk lid. So as I said, I ground out the paint there and used my stud welder to pull that out. And now I've got a little bit of filler on here. So tomorrow, once again, I'm going to make this smooth. And once paint is on here, you'll never know there was a dent. And I also applied a bit of filler to that hole I welded shut on the trunk lid a few weeks back. Don't want to repeat myself, but just in case I didn't already mention it, I also sanded smooth the spots from a few days ago where I'd applied a second coat of paint and it had started to wrinkle. So a couple more really little spots here in the rear door jamb where it's still like that, but they're kind of hard to get into and sand. Like I said, I'm not aiming for show quality. I just got the really bad part here. And there was some on the outer window frames, but I did get those perfectly smooth. It was much easier to do that. So like I said, in a few more days I will apply some more paint to that. So that's where I am for tonight. Hopefully I can get the quarter panel and these paint spots squared off in the next couple of days. Then fix and reinstall the front fender there. And that actually will close out the bodywork on the passenger side, which means I will be able to take the car out of the garage, turn it around, back it in here, and get started on the driver's side. So this is Mercedes Diesel Guy. Thanks for watching it, and I'll have more video for you soon.